Qatar has reopened its airspace after shutting it in advance of Iranian strikes on a US airbase. But travellers are warned to expect ongoing disruptions as carriers progressively resume their flights. Joining us live now is Sky News aviation expert Captain Byron Bailey. Byron, good to see you. Thanks for your time. Tell us just how disruptive these strikes have been to the aviation sector so far.
Well, g'day, Ashley. Yeah, extremely disruptive because the main route out of Qantas into the Middle East with the Persian Gulf area and Emirates as well, and Etihad and Qatar Airways, they have a real problem. Ever since the American bases attacked Qatar, which is the biggest American base in the Middle East, and also some American bases in Iraq, it's really closed the airspace. I've landed in Doha, which is one of the longest runways in the world, and was actually a backup for the space shuttle. But what they have to do now, the primary route used to be across southern Iraq and then across Syria and the choke point at Latakia north of Lebanon and then into Europe. That was the main route, very traffic dense, all altitudes and just continuous flow of air traffic. The secondary route was out of the Persian Gulf across Iran and across Isfahan, which was bombed the other day by the Americans. But that route used to take you across Iran, across Turkey into Europe. So it could flare up again. We just don't know. But the airlines are having to reschedule longer flight times. At the moment, I would think they're going across Saudi Arabia and across the Red Sea, south of Jordan, south of Israel, and up the Nile Valley to Cairo. But that's quite a bit longer flight time, more fuel. But the planning, scheduling at the moment, I guess, it's going to be awkward for the passengers because you never know when the war is going to restart.
Well, absolutely. I mean, yeah, there may be delays for some time. School holidays beginning next week, of course. For some students anyway, plenty of families planning to head north. How wide a berth, Byron, do the airlines usually give a war zone? And is it up to each individual airline to determine that, or are they told what to do?
Well, ever since MH17 was shot down in the middle of 2014 because, they thought, hey, we're above 32,000 feet and we're safe. No, you're not safe anymore. What, with all those hundreds of missiles going off all the time, you're not safe. You've got to just avoid it. Personally, I would think at least 50 miles. So it's either the southern route or what Qantas has done in the past. They've gone north of that whole Middle East area and they've gone Caspian Sea, Black Sea, Baku in Azerbaijan, which is a very modern city now, by the way, and lovely place to go, and into Europe. So, the airlines will be busy planning and working out. And people just don't realise in Australia the sheer traffic density that from Europe, between Europe and Asia, thousands of flights a day. And, it becomes a bit of a bottleneck. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next few days.
Certainly will be. Captain Byron Bailey, always appreciate you making the time for us. Thank you.